Guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Tonight we are looking at something that we haven't looked at before. This is a cryptocurrency called Cardano. Obviously it's also known as ADA, and we can see that the price of this one over the past 6 months, well, it has been doing some very interesting things. If we look at how this one has been moving so far into 2021, we can see that obviously the price of the currency is up massively. This is big information, this is big news, and of course we do have more potentially coming for this one going forwards. So we're going to be looking at how the price has been moving, we're going to be looking at some of the latest news which you may want to know, and all of that is coming up in this video. If you haven't already, do make sure to give it a like. Also make sure to smash that subscribe button, as we do make videos on stocks and now cryptocurrencies pretty much every single day, so it would be massively appreciated. Obviously, I am not a financial advisor. Please do remember that it's just my personal opinion. And of course, if I do miss anything out, make sure to give me a hand by telling me down in the comment section. But yeah, do your own research, read as much news as you possibly can if you are looking to invest in this one. But yes, I'm giving you all of my opinions coming up right now. So let's start off by looking at how the price has been moving more recently. Right, we're going to start off by doing this on the Yahoo Finance charts. So again, if we're looking at the Yahoo Finance charts, we can get a bit of a more clear picture of how this one has been moving. Back in February, we can see this low point here. This was at a price below about 50 cents. Of course, things pretty low back there. Obviously have been climbing consistently ever since. And then we started to level out in this range of the about $1.20 range. So obviously dipping a bit lower to $1 here. We basically touched a bit of a support at $1. Didn't really dip much lower than that, we can see, which is fantastic. Now it looks like we are hitting a bit of a resistance now around the $1.25 range. Again, if we can see this one, we've come back up to test it a few times. We've seen some wicks that are actually sticking up above it, but obviously we haven't yet broken that range with an actual candlestick body, which isn't the best, but this will give us some potential to do this again going forwards into the future. We have done it in the past, obviously back here, but more recently we do look to be struggling around this level. So hopefully we can break past this one soon. We will just have to see. If we can get back up there, I would love to see us sit there and stay there, preferably above the $1.25 mark, but we'll have to see what does happen going forwards. Anyway, there is actually quite a lot of news to bring you on this one as well, and we're going to start off with that in just a moment. But for those of you who haven't heard of this one before, I'm going to give you a bit of information about it. So coming from Yahoo Finance, the market cap of this is about 38.145 billion, and that is quite large. If we do look over to this piece of information here, which is coming from CoinMarketCap, we can obviously see a bit of the information that you might want to know about Cardano down here. So again, if we can have a quick look, we can see that the numbers on here are about 38.894 million. So again, closer to about 40 million on this one, but obviously still in a similar range. Anyway, the point is, if we look on this, coinmarketcap.com, we can see that obviously Cardano ADA is actually the most large market cap, place number 6. So obviously we have things like Bitcoin coming in there, that was to be expected. Then we've got Ethereum, again I would have expected that. We've got Binance Coin, so that is interesting to see. We have XRP Ripple, so that's fine as well. We have Tether, you may or may not have heard of that. And then we obviously have Cardano down here. So yeah, Cardano is number 6 by market cap, I do believe, and this is significant. So again, a lot is still going for this currency going forwards. It is quite large, and I think that is worth noting. We can see a bit of the pattern of how this one has been moving recently in relation to some of the other currencies. If you are interested, feel free to pause this video right now and have a quick look at that, or even just go to the website once you have finished watching. So again, that is just a little bit of information about the market cap for those of you who may not have known previously. Now we have this Twitter page which we have spoken about in our Dogecoin video tonight. So if you're interested in Dogecoin, make sure to check that one out, because we have just made a video on Dogecoin. But yeah, this is basically listing some of the most popular coins on today. So this was written about 4 hours ago on Twitter. It's coming from Lunar Crush, which is a social listing for cryptocurrencies. We can see down here, this is the top 10 coins by social engagement as of 1:54 PM UTC on the 8th of April, which is today. So we can have a quick look down here. We can see, again, number 1, Bitcoin. That was to be expected. Ethereum in there, that was to be expected as well. These are very popular cryptocurrencies. Moving down, we have OGN. This is Origin Protocol. You may or may not have expected that. Then we have Dogecoin. So we've spoken about this one in the Dogecoin video. That is pretty remarkable, but that is a completely different topic. Anyway, you can see moving down, we then have Cardano ADA. So obviously this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the list. That is still noteworthy. It is not bad at all. It is obviously still in the top 10 of the amount of social engagement. So it shows that people are still talking about this currency, and this is fantastic. Again, if you do want to have a quick look on their Twitter down here, you can see a bit more information on this picture that they have. So again, it shows us down here that in our 7th place we have Cardano ADA. This is coming in at about 22,790,863, and of course this is social engagement, so perhaps that is tracked by the amount of tweets or posts shared about this one. I am not 100% certain as to how they are tracking that, but there you go. It is number 7, which is significant, and it is still quite good. But again, we do have more news to note, and this is coming from Coindesk.com. It's talking about COTI, or COTI. It's talking about how they have received a 500,000 basically investment from C Fund, making it the first investment made by the venture fund, which is backed by Cardano. So of course this is interesting, and this is significant. So COTI down here, we are going to refer to it as, has received 500,000 from C Fund, which is backed by Cardano. That is important. That is very significant. Again, this is a network backed by the 7th largest cryptocurrency market, capitalization wise at least. So fantastic things to be seen down there. We can see the $20 million C Fund was launched in July last year. It is a joint venture between Cardano Builder IOHK and Los Angeles-based Wave Financial. Their aim of the fund is to grow the Cardano ecosystem, which has not kept pace with the whopping growth of its native ADA token. So if we can get a quick decipher of what that means, it means that obviously the amount of crypto ecosystem behind this one isn't necessarily as large as the actual price of the coin. Now this is interesting, this is noteworthy as well. I think it shows great things. I've spoken about this one with Dogecoin so many times, but I do think that an actual ecosystem behind a cryptocurrency is a massive deal. We have seen how Dogecoin has been carried by hype in the past, and how this has kind of made it a sort of, real world accepted currency, but obviously ADA Cardano does have its real world benefits, and now we are seeing from this news article that they are actually trying to grow the ecosystem. So fantastic things to note there. I think going forwards, growing that ecosystem is going to give this currency a real world use. I think that is what we are going to see help grow the currency. So fantastic things to note there. I think it's things like this that long term are going to help Cardano to grow. So again, good things coming from a news standpoint. If we look at the price of this one in the past 5 days, well, there is not much to note. Again, like I have said, we are still trying to break past that $1.25 range. Again, we have broken past that a bit earlier in the week back here, but obviously it was not to last, and it does look like that is a bit of a resistance that we are hitting. So again, we can see steadily we are below that $1.20 range. We are climbing above it now, which is fantastic, and who knows, hopefully we can break past that $1.25 range and continue to grow the price of this coin. So again, looking at this one on the 1 month chart, things are still looking pretty decent. You can see we are still quite flat for this one, as I have mentioned, but things are still, they're not in the red, which is good, and in fact they are up by a very, very small amount, and we are seeing a bit of climbing action today. Hopefully this can carry on going forwards. So this is the first update that we have made on Cardano ADA. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, because we can make videos on ADA Cardano pretty much every single day. So thank you. I'll see you again for another one, hopefully very soon. Goodbye until I see you. See you soon.